Hey guys, it's JW. I'm over at the elementary school. Thought I'd jump on for another video. It's my second one of the afternoon. Because an incident just happened. I guess you might not refer to it as an incident, but a potential incident. I cross pretty much the same people every day. And oftentimes, one or two of them have parents meet them. One guy in particular picks up his daughter and her friends every day and drives them home. Real nice guy. He's a little shy at first, and then when I got to know him, he's pretty friendly, and he always says hello to me, and I say hello to him, and just the usual small talk. And anyway, today, as I mentioned on the previous video, is the hottest day of the year so far. I guess it's it's 84 degrees. It feels warmer than that, but it's a little on the humid side, so it feels probably real feel of 90 or so. And we've had cold weather all up to now, so today feels like summer, like the middle of summer. And anyway, the assistant principal comes over to me after I crossed the guy when he picked up his daughter and her friends, and I'd say they're all in 7th or 8th grade, probably. At least 7th, maybe 8th. And, nice kids, always polite. And he's always polite. And she said to me, "Did he look a little off to you today?" And I started to think. He seemed a little bit, he's a very easygoing guy, all right? He's almost looks like he's no stress, no strain, easygoing. And so I said, not really. I said he might have been leaning a little, but sometimes he'll put his arm around his daughter and they'll be walking, and you know how kids are, they shake and rattle and roll and the whole bit. So but nothing stood out immediately to me. But as I thought about it when she said it, I said, well, he could have been a little different. I said, but don't forget, I'm pretty sure he's a laborer. He just wears a t-shirt and a pair of jeans every day. And, he comes from work. I know that. I can tell by the way he acts and work and drives it up to the parking spot. And so I said, don't forget, it's a hot day. He could be dehydrated. It could be a million things. But she didn't want to take a chance. And I said, well, I don't blame you. That's your job. And so she called the principal out. And the principal is a really cool guy, all right? He's a real nice guy. He talks to everybody. He can talk to you and get information out of you. He'd make a great salesman. I'm going to tell him that when I see him tomorrow. Because the way he talks to you, you can tell he's looking you over sometimes. And I've noticed it with me. And to the best of my knowledge, I've never given them any indication that I was off or anything. But I think he's one of those guys who sizes people up in a friendly way, by the way. And so anyway, he came over and she said, "You got to check on him. I'd feel terrible if something happened." So I could tell he was really not into it as much as she was, but he's the principal and he did his job too. So I noticed he walked over to the guy's car before he pulled out, and he was talking to him. They were still parked. He was talking to him for about 3 or 4 minutes and talking to the kids, and he did it in such a way like he was just walking around checking out things, and he just happened to see them, and he didn't pick up on anything that would make him nervous, and neither did I. So we left it at that, and I said, I'm glad you did that, though. It made me feel better, too. And he said, yeah, it makes me feel better, too. He said, because, the assistant principal's, loyal employee, good worker, always looking out for the kids. And I know she was looking out for the kids this time. She just wanted to make sure. As she said to me, I don't necessarily mean, I said I didn't smell any alcohol on him or anything, but I'm a different generation. She was immediately thinking drugs, And I said, well, I didn't smell any grass or anything like that. And she looks at me like, you old fool. But anyway, I think he was fine. And anyway, I appreciated both of them for what they did. And I also appreciated more the way Doug handled it, the principal, because you could embarrass the guy, and I don't want him to think that I ratted him out for something that I didn't even really pick up on, to be honest with you. But I'm glad that he checked. And so There's always something going on in our lives, huh? And as mundane as a job as I might have, we are expected to pick up on a lot of different things, and we do. We make sure the kids all get where they're going. If a kid doesn't get picked up by his parents, sometimes the walkers meet their parents across the street or a block away down or something. And if I see one of the kids looking a little worried, I go over and stand with them, as does my partner Larry, and we make certain that they're comfortable, and we wait with them till we give them the phone if they need it to call their parents. And so there's more to the job than just standing there looking pretty. Anyway, it's good talking to you folks as usual, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.